welcome back to my channel, or if this is your first time here, thanks so much for stopping by today. My name is Jen and I am a huge lover of all things beauty related, especially colorful eyeshadow palettes. So if you're interested in seeing more fun, colorful looks, I hope that you will consider hanging around and subscribing, because I would love to have you be part of our family here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. For today, I have for you a Essence haul. Basically a full face, or almost a full face, using Essence makeup. I have primer, foundation, powder, blush, eyeshadow, and a lot more stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, then why don't we go ahead and get started. Alright, I think I said interesting about 5 times. I'm working on my intro, so please bear with me. I know I was looking down, kind of looking So yeah, today I have for you basically a big roundup of stuff I've collected from Essence, and we're going to do a full face using Essence makeup, or almost a full face. I don't know if I have everything. I think I'm missing a concealer. That might be it. I'm not sure. So, and I also have an eyeshadow palette. This is called Make Beauty Fun, and it's their 20th birthday edition. So it's in nice sturdy cardboard packaging, and when you open it up, it does have a mirror here, but I'll fold that back so I don't blind you. And then this is what the palette looks like, nice and bright and fun. So we're going to try this out today along with a lot of other things. So let's go ahead and get started. I did unfortunately dip my nail into one of the colors there, so I've got yellow all dug into my nail, but oh well, so goes life. Alright, so let's get started. I've already prepped my skin, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with well, it says face primer, but online it said it's a moisturizing cream. So this is the Hello Good Stuff face primer with Caring Hemp Seed Oil. It also has aloe in it, and it has no silicones, parabens, microplastic particles, or mineral oils. So let's shake this up. And from what I understand, it's just a light moisturizing cream. Yeah, it's just a nice white lotion, looks like. Not too thick. So that's nice. So let's go ahead and put that on. It's not really scented. I think just whatever ingredients are in here is kind of maybe what I'm smelling. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't, it smells like something, I can't place it, but I mean, it doesn't smell bad. It smells like a lotion, I guess. I don't know. Feels good. It feels moisturizing. Not sticky or anything like that, so that's good. I'll let that sink in for just a sec. And then we'll go ahead and take a look at this. This is the, oh, I still have some left on my hand. That rubs in nice and creamy on there. I have this Hello Good Stuff Glow Primer Serum. It says 93% natural ingredients, hydrating and smooth base with watermelon water and niacinamide. So that sounds nice. Let's see if this smells like watermelon. Can't get the lid off now that I've got lotion on my hands. And this just pumps out, and it's kind of like a gel consistency, it looks like. It smells very, very faintly of watermelon, not too much. I think I pumped too much out. That's okay. When I have it on my face, I can smell the watermelon a little bit more, but it's not overwhelming. It's very faint. I like it. It's nice. And it's like, it's definitely like a gel, almost like a water cream. Feels nice on the skin. A little cooling, but not like, I don't think there's anything like menthol or anything that makes it cooling. I think it's just kind of a refreshing moisturizer. That's nice. I think you could use that as a moisturizer or a primer. And it looks pretty glowy. My skin looks pretty glowy, so I like that. I do like the dewy look for sure. That's kind of my Forte because I have dry skin, so I don't want anything that leaves my skin feeling too dry. So I don't typically use mattifying primers, if I even use a primer at all. Half the time I forget to use a primer. As far as like smoothing, I don't know, I don't feel like it blurred my pores or anything. Maybe a teensy bit. It's not sticky or anything, just moisturizing. It feels like I said, like a moisturizing gel. So that feels nice. All right, next up I have the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation with Hyaluron plus aloe vera. I don't know if that's hyaluronic acid plus aloe vera. Yeah, hyaluronic acid plus aloe vera, 24-hour long wear finish, it says. And lasting moisturization with natural coverage, finish, and weightless feel, and it's vegan. Okay, and I got mine in the shade 020 Alabaster. This might be too light for me. I've gotten a little bit of sun, but fortunately it's just a tinted, like a tinted hydrating foundation, so I don't think it'll be too much coverage, so I think I'll be okay. If not, we'll just bronze it up real good because I do have a bronzer, so let's see. Okay, it's a little runny, as I expected. Oh yeah, and it's really light. That's okay. Like I said, we'll bronze it up. I was kind of afraid of that. I think I bought this probably close to a month ago. I just haven't gotten around to using it. So I'm going to use a beauty sponge to blend this in. If need be, I'll go back with my hands, but I'll start with a beauty sponge because it's how I usually do my foundation, that or a brush. I don't expect this to have like full coverage or anything, but it does seem to have light coverage. It is definitely covering some of my dark spots a little bit. So that's more than I expected. So like right there, and then like there, a little bit there. So I guess I'll just use it kind of as a concealer too. I don't know if I will need to go in with another concealer. We'll see. If so, I'll use like my e.l.f. Camo Concealer or something, just so that we keep it affordable. But honestly, this is building up pretty well. A lot more coverage than I expected it to have. I mean, it's even kind of covering my dark circles under my eyes, so that's nice. Yeah, it covered up my darkness a little bit there. Alright, I think we'll try to do this without a concealer. We'll just go with the foundation as my concealer. Interesting. I am impressed. It looks really good on my skin, but it is really, really light. You can see how light it is, but that's okay. Like I said, we'll use a bronzer to darken it up a little bit. Okay, next up I have this My Skin Perfector Loose Fixing Powder. So Instant Blur Effect, and number 10 Light, right here. And it does have like a seal right there, so I'm going to remove that and just tap some into the lid. It's kind of got a peachy tint to it. Maybe it'll darken me up a little bit. Okay, I'm just going to use a powder brush here and go in and set my whole face. Okay, I don't think it really added any coverage or color. Maybe a teensy bit of color, but not really any coverage. But it did set my face good, or well. Here I've got the matte bronzing powder. And I've got the Luminous Bronzing Powder. The Luminous Bronzing Powder seems to be quite a bit darker, so I'm going to start off with the matte one, and I'll kind of contour with it a little bit. Seems to be a little bit more neutral, so we'll start with that. That's a nice color. Not too orange. A lot of this stuff is currently on sale at Ulta too, so that's good. I'm gonna go in with the luminous one now. This is quite a bit darker, but I'm hoping it'll kind of help, you know, with the foundation shade a little bit. Oh yeah, that's pretty dark, so I'll have to be careful with this one. Hopefully I'll get more sun over the weekend because it's 4th of July weekend. Hopefully everybody enjoys their Independence Day. So happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day. I hope everybody has a safe, fantastic 4th. All right, that looks good. It's a little orange, but not too bad. It's blending beautifully. I honestly, do I see any luminosity though? A teensy bit. It's not super luminous, like in the pan I see a teensy bit of luminosity. I don't know if that is even going to come across. The embossing's really pretty on the pan, but I don't really see, I see a little bit. Okay, it's not focusing. It's wanting to focus on me. There we go. There's a little bit of luminosity. You can kind of see it in the pan, but it's very subtle. Very subtle. All right, next up I have a few blushes to choose from. They've had the blush out for a while. And then I also have these Mosaic blushes. Oh, I forgot I have another bronzer thing. This is called the Essence Kissed by the Light Illuminating Powder. So this to me looks kind of like a highlighter, blush, and bronzer all in one. Super pretty. I got mine in 01 Star Kiss. This is the lighter shade. The other one looks a lot more like a bronzer, but that is what that looks like, and that's gorgeous. And that didn't come busted. I got really lucky with that because it was in the same package with the highlighters and the eyeshadow palette and everything. So really pretty. So let's, this might be my highlighter. Looking at it. Yeah. That looks more like a highlighter to me. Almost like a blushy highlighter. Oh yeah. It's more like a blush lighter. That's really pretty though. I'll use that as my highlighter today. Okay, so we'll set that aside. We'll use that as the highlighter. So we'll go into the Mosaic blush. I have 2 to choose from. I have 20, All You Need Is Pink, and I have 40, The Berry Connection right here. That's what those look like. Super pretty. This is the All You Need Is Pink. So let's start with that one. I'm using an angled brush from IBY Beauty. I'm just going to swirl it around and everything. And put this on my cheeks. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. That's really pretty. All right, let's see. Let's get a different brush and let's see the berry on the other side. This is from AOA Studio. It's also an angled brush. So this is the berry right here. We're going to try that on my other cheek. Oh, that's really pretty. Okay, I look a little bit like a clown, but that's okay. All right, so that is what the berry shade looks like. That's what the pink shade looks like. So I'm going to blend those together now. And then I'll go back and kind of fix the clown cheeks. So I'm adding the pink here. and the berry here to just kind of blend them together. Okay, I'll go into my powder brush and just kind of blend that into the skin so it's not so overwhelming. All right, there we go. Little clown cheeky, but that's okay. I like lots of blush, so I'll manage. Once I get my eyeshadow and stuff on, I'll be okay. I do have the ever popular Pure Nude Highlighter by Essence, but I've had this for a while, so I am going to use this today. We're going to use an AOA Studio brush. Looks like this. I'm going to swirl all the way around, but then I'm going to dip into mostly this right here down at the bottom, so it's mostly champagne, not too pink. Put that right there. Alright, it's very subtle, but it is pretty. I can see the glow. Oh yeah, it's coming across. I think it can be built up, not to be blinding, but I think it can be built up to be, you know, fairly glowy. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay, good deal. Okay, so that's what that looks like. So yeah, you can see the glow right there. It's coming across pretty well. Very pretty. I like that a lot. I wasn't sure how that was going to work out, so I like that a lot. Very, very pretty. All right, so what's next? Oh, eyebrows. Okay, I have this Brow Like a Boss ink brow gel. It says 72 hours and it's waterproof, and I got it in 04 ash brown. I thought I had gotten it in black, but maybe not. So this is what the packaging looks like. Covered in highlighter. But this is what the actual packaging looks like. It says long lasting colored eyebrow gel, smudge and waterproof, which is good, especially for this time of year. Okay, and then let's see, this is what the applicator looks like. It's like a brush, but a lot of stuff comes out on it, so you'll definitely have to wipe it off because it's pretty goopy. So it's kind of like an angled brow brush, but yeah, like I said, a lot of stuff comes out and it's pretty liquidy. So wish me luck. Okay, this is interesting. Hopefully it'll brush out. I'm sorry if you hear any background noise. My son is listening to YouTube and I think it's coming across the microphone. But there's only so many rooms in my house for him to go to, so I don't want to just kick him out of every room. Okay, let's use an eyebrow pencil and brush through this and see what it does. Okay, it's definitely has a very strong hold, so I would say work quickly, maybe put it on and then brush through it like right away, because I'm having a hard time getting it to spread. I think I'm gonna have to add a little bit more and then spread it like right away. Feels like I've got some spots where I didn't get it. I don't know that this is the best brush for it. I almost feel like a mascara type brush would be better, a really small one. But now that I got it in there, honestly, it looks really good. And like I said, it has pretty strong hold. So there we go, that's what it looks like. But yeah, definitely I would say move fast. So I'm gonna stop there. Don't like this brush. I'm gonna stop there and then start combing through. See if I can get it to spread rather than having to add a bunch. That's better. Yeah, so I think the trick to it is put a little bit on, brush it through, and then go back and add as needed. And a little goes a long way. Oops. All right, there we go, all done. So I was able to finish up this brow. I think my camera may have cut off, I'm not sure. But I had gotten a little bit on my lid right there under my brow and it had dried a little bit. I was able to just kind of scrape it off like you do mascara when you get it on your lid. So that's good to know. So this worked really well. So yeah, that's kind of the trick, is to put a little bit on, then brush it through with a brow brush, and then go back and add as needed so that you don't get too much, because it can get pretty gloopy. And make sure to wipe off that brush because it pulls out way too much product. If you just go in with the amount of product it has on the brush when you pull it out, you're gonna make a huge mess. And if this stuff lasts 72 hours, I think it's gonna be pretty hard to get off. Now my brows are hard. They're like crunchy. So if you don't like that feel, you're not going to like these. I don't mind it too much. I don't typically use a brow gel that's like that, but it doesn't bother me either. I think it just takes a minute to get used to, so yeah. Okay, so next up, I did show you guys that I have this eyeshadow palette. I do have some of their little mini eyeshadow palettes, but these have been out for a while, so I figured, you know, I've got that, I've got the nude, I've got the rose, I think I have the green one, maybe the taupe one, I'm not sure, but those have been out for a while, so I figured we'd go ahead and use this eyeshadow palette. I don't have an eye primer from Essence, so I'm going to just use my typical primer that I use, which is the Ulta Matte Eye Primer in the shade Nude. Use this all the time. It's a fantastic eye primer, and it covers up your like discoloration and veins on your eyelids, so I absolutely love it because I have lots of veins on my eyelids. So that way it's an affordable primer, and I also know that how it works with other shadows, and it works wonderfully. I mean, like, I literally use this on almost all of my looks, and I've never had a problem with this primer, so it's definitely my go-to primer. So that way, when we're testing the shadows, I can judge them you know, based upon their quality, and I know that it's not the primer, or most likely isn't the primer, if I have a problem with them. And obviously I'm not expecting like high-end quality. This is a drugstore, but I am still going to be honest with my first impression. Alright, and I never set this primer because it's kind of self-setting, so there's not really any need. It's not a super tacky primer or anything like that. Alright, so as a reminder, this is what the eyeshadow palette looks like right here. Lots of pretty colors in here. So we've got some purples, some pinks, some yellows, a nice pretty turquoise up here in the corner right there. Nice green over here. So kind of leaning towards the pinks and the purples, which, big surprise. I guess we'll start with like a brow bone highlight, since there's so many light shades in here. First, I'm going to just put on this, like, it's kind of a really light pastel pink right here. I'm going to put that on my brow bone. And it'll probably just blend in. Yeah, it just literally blends into my skin. I don't really even see it, but that's okay. It's not like real powdery or anything, so that's cool. I've heard great things about those little mini eyeshadows from Essence. I've never tried them though. I think I got some primer in my eyebrows right there. I don't know if you can see that white right there. I think I got some primer in my eyebrows. Okay, let's see. Next up, let's go in with this really pretty like light pink shade right there. See if that shows up on my skin. I'm using a JH36 from Morphe and Jaclyn Hill. Just gonna put that right above my crease. Oh wow, that's actually got pretty darn good pigmentation to it. Right. Next up I'm gonna use the same brush and I'm gonna dip into this pretty like lavender color right here, and I'm going to put that just below the pink. It's not too powdery either. Let's see how these blend together. Okay, it's kind of dusting away as I'm putting this on my eye, so let's kind of tap it on. See how they build on top of each other. Okay, now we're going to blend. Now that I've got the color laid down, I'm going to blend it together with that pink. Oops, I just dipped into the wrong shade. Wipe that off. I'm gonna zoom you in a little bit. I see like right there, it almost looks like it's dusting away. So I'm gonna, like I said, just lay it down and see if I can't build up this pigmentation. I think that's kind of how these shades will have to be used. You might even have to do the dark first. Kind of just press it in rather than like dusting it on. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that right there. Kind of looks like it's just dusting away. All right, I don't know if it's just the purple shade that's like that, because the pink wasn't like that at all, or if it's because I'm layering it on top of another shade. So what I'll probably do is go above the crease with my shimmer, which I do a lot anyways, to kind of cover that up, because yeah, it's like almost white there a little bit. I don't know. Definitely not my favorite purple, but purples are hard to formulate, so I don't know. I'm trying to see if you can see what I'm talking about. I hope it comes across camera, but it just right there, I just feel like, and kind of right there, I feel like it's not staying as well as it should. This is a JH44. For that, I'm going to dip into this purple shade first, right here. It's kind of a really, really, really light purple shimmer. And I always spray my shimmer, so I'm going to get that on the brush and then I'm going to spray it. It's almost a pinky purple, which will be good with the the pink and the purple that we blended together. Just spraying it with water. And put that on the inner portion of my lid. Okay, that's pretty. Yeah, I'm gonna go up here and cover up where I feel like the eyeshadows weren't blending the best together. Alright, that is what we're looking like now. I think that's really pretty, and it did kind of help cover up where the shadows weren't blending the best together. So now I'm dipping into this darker purple right here, and I'm going to put that on the outer portion of my lid. And again, I'm going to spray it. These shadows definitely show texture on your lid quite a bit, and it may be because I'm using them wet. I mean, based on the purples, I would not recommend this palette. It's cute. I just don't think the performance is up there with the purples. I don't know if you can see that, but you can definitely see my texture up here. I don't like the way these are meshing together. So I'm just kind of going back and forth and kind of trying to blend it together and kind of buff out the shadows a little bit, make it more of a light wash. Then real intense like I normally do with my shimmers. Yeah, I think maybe this is a formula that you are better off using dry. Okay, next up they have this, like, I don't know, striped shade right here. It's got some purple tones in it and like ivory tones in it. So I'm just going to swirl my finger in here and see what it looks like. Yeah, it's just a really shimmery, almost champagne shade. Oh yeah, that's really pretty. I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of swatched it over something else, but it's really shimmery. So I'm going to use that in my inner corner. Oh, let's do a lower lash line. Let's see, do I want to play with another color? Like the green or the teal? That's pretty. Oh, that's really pretty. Alright, let's try that on the lower lash line, that turquoise, teal, really pretty shade. And I do have some fallout, by the way, but that's okay. I think it'll just dust away with my powder brush. Okay, let's do the inner corner, and then I do have, like I said, I'm going to use this kind of, consider it tie-dye or what you call these shades, but that, like, it's not marbled. Just swirling my brush around in there to make sure to get, oh yeah, that's nice and bright. That's pretty. So that looks really pretty. So that is the eyeshadow look. Definitely a little bold, but I wanted to try out a few colors just to see how they perform. Sorry, wiping off my hand where I swatched everything. And then I do have some eyeliners. I'm just going to use this nude eyeliner in my waterline. To kind of brighten it up a little bit. Oh yeah, that's nice and creamy. Whoops. I mean for it to go on the shadow. That's nice. Let me see if I can dust off that fallout. Yeah. No problem. It dusted right away. Oh, I got my brush in my eye. That didn't feel very good. Okay, sorry, making sure I'm still recording. Okay, then I have a new mascara that came out. Let me find that. This is called Essence. It's got hyaluronic acid and panthenol in it. Another volume mascara, just better. And that's what it looks like right there. So we're going to try that. This is what the brush looks like. Just kind of a natural brush, nothing special. And I do love their Lash Princess mascara, so let's see how we like this. And definitely I'll have to report back on this as far as like flaking or smudging or any of that, because it's not like a waterproof mascara. It feels like a dry formula. Honestly, the Lash Princess is better than this. I'm not seeing a lot of volume. So there's that, and there's that. I don't see much going on here. Okay, yeah, typically I do 2 coats and it's more than enough, but honestly guys, this is much more natural than what I normally do. But oh well, it is what it is. So yeah, there's that. That's 2 coats on the right eye. And here's the second coat on the left eye. Yeah, I'm not impressed. I will stick with my Lash Princess going forward. The eyeliner was nice and creamy and it went on the waterline really great, so no complaints there. We'll see how it wears. I don't have a lot of eyeliners that stay in my waterline for a long time, so I don't expect it to, but I thought I'd give it a try. I'm definitely very blushy, so I'm going to try to tone that down with my powder. I'm going to put a little bit more powder on my brush because I feel like I've got major clown cheeks going on. And like I said, I do want to film another video after this, so let's see if I can't tone that down. I may even have to go in with my foundation. Okay, nope. Let's yeah, let's do that. And then I'll go back and add some more highlighter. There, that's better. When all else fails, go back over it with your foundation and tone it down. Okay, so much better. I like a lot of blush, but that was a bit too much, so let me add some highlighter back to the skin. And we'll do lips. I think that's all that's left. I really do like this highlighter. It's really pretty. And it's really pretty in the compact. They did a really pretty job with that. So yeah, I like that. Okay. Next I have a Essence Heartcore Fruity Lip Balm. And it has 10% sweet almond oil in there. I don't know my shade. I want to say it was strawberry or something like that. O2 Sweet Strawberry, I think is what it is. So that's what it looks like. It's got the heart in there. Super cute. But I've swatched this and it's very sheer. Like, that was a lot that I just put on my hand to finally be able to see that. So it's not going to show up on my lips. I did put it on though earlier just to try it out, and it felt nice. It wasn't super long lasting, but it did feel nice. So I'm going to use from their nude line, this is number 12 Loyal. This is their moisturizing lipstick. I'm going to use that instead. I do like this lipstick. I've used it before, so I can attest to this. It is nice and moisturizing. So let's talk about everything. Let's see. First off, I tried this Hello Good Stuff with Caring Hemp Seed Oil. And this is more like a moisturizing cream, so I used it more like a moisturizer. It felt really good on the skin. I do like it. It didn't seem to mess with anything. So I do like that. I recommend that. Then there's this Hello Good Stuff Glow Serum Primer. Hydrating and smooth base with watermelon water and niacinamide. I do like this a lot too. It feels more like a gel moisturizer. Like I said, and it was a little cooling. It has a little teeny bit of fragrance to it, but nothing major, and it just disappears once you rub it into the skin. Excuse me. And I do feel like I still have some dewiness going on underneath my foundation, so I do like this, definitely. So yes, I would recommend this based upon first impression. Next up, I have the Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This one really impressed me. It really looks good on my skin. I really like the way my skin looks right now. It is a little too light for me. I just need to get a darker shade, but that's fine. I mean, this foundation's like $4 or $5. So very, very affordable. And it had a lot more coverage than I expected it to have. You saw that I used it kind of as my concealer, and it covered up my dark spots pretty well, my dark circles pretty well. So I do like this. Okay, next up I used both of these bronzers. I do like these. I will continue to use these. This one's a little too dark for me, but I think as the summer continues, I'll get a little bit more of a tan, so I do like that. These blushes are way more intense than, crap, I hope I didn't just break that. Nope, it's good. These blushes are way more intense than I expected them to be. As you can see, even after using my powder and going back over with my makeup sponge, I still kind of have clown cheeks, but that's okay. These are gorgeous. Just, you know, start off a little lighter than I did, but that's okay. Now I know. This Sunkissed by the Light, or Kissed by the Light illuminating powder is beautiful, and I just love how it looks in the pan. That's gorgeous, and I think it is really pretty. It gives me a really pretty sheen. Okay, let's focus. There we go. Yep, it's giving me a really pretty sheen, so I do like that a lot. This eyebrow, Brow Like a Boss, I like it. Like I said, it has pretty strong hold. It's not as crunchy feeling as it was right at first, but it's definitely holding my brows in place, and I think it filled them in very nicely. It was nice and quick. Like I said, it just makes sure to wipe off the brush really well. Go in with just a little bit at the beginning of your brows, brush it in with your eyebrow brush, and then continue to add more as needed. Just go slow and wipe off that brush really well. Okay, the powder, it's just like any setting powder. It didn't blur my pores a lot. I have others that are better, but it's a good setting powder. It does what it needs to do. I don't know about mattification. It doesn't feel real matte, and I still, like I said, have a little bit of glow going on, but I don't feel dewy or anything, so it definitely sets everything well. Sorry, I'm saying a lot. The eyeliner pencil went on very well. It was nice and creamy, and it's still in my waterline, so I do like that. I will continue to try this out. The mascara, unfortunately, was a huge disappointment. The Lash Princess is definitely much better than this. I think that this is supposed to potentially, what am I trying to say? Help your lashes grow, maybe, since it has the hyaluronic acid and the panthenol in there. But it's just more of a kind of no makeup day kind of mascara for me. So I will use it for that, but not with looks like this, you know. I don't feel like it's enough. And then the eyeshadow palette, I am on the fence about. I definitely need to try it out some more and get back to you guys on this. Definitely the pink performed well. It had lots of pigmentation. It didn't dust away. It did well. But then when I put the purple, I felt like the purple was just kind of dusting away in some spots. It wasn't, I don't know if it was just not wanting to stick to the pink or if it's just not a good shadow. So I feel like I need to try it again, but maybe put the purple down first and see how it performs, like on top of an eye primer. Maybe it'll perform better. Maybe you need to use the darker shades first. Not that there are a lot of deep shades in here. It's definitely a lighter palette overall. And then the fact that the shimmers show a lot of texture when you use them wet, I'm not a big fan of because I always use my shimmers wet. So I think, you know, next time I'll try them dry to see how it performs. It definitely looks better now that I buffed the colors in, I buffed the shades in, but I can definitely still see my texture, so I'm not a huge fan. And then that blue underneath is gorgeous. I have no complaints about that. That's beautiful. And then that inner corner is gorgeous too. So I do love those, and I use those dry. Yeah, I used them both dry, and they both performed really well. So I think that's maybe the trick, is to use the shimmers dry and then possibly use the dark shade first and then go in with the lighter shade. And definitely pack it on first before you blend it. So far is what I'm finding. But again, I need to continue to use this. And I do want to kind of maybe do looks using the columns as they have them too, just to see how they come out, because I think that's kind of how they want you to use them. Just the way it's laid out. You've got like a purple row there, you've got a yellow row there, you've got your green there. This is more of a neutral row. So I definitely want to try this out, probably off camera, and just kind of report back to you guys on how it performed. So yeah, that's definitely, I'm not recommending this yet, based upon how it performed today, but we'll see. I'll try to use it, like I said, and get back to you guys on it. So I think that covers everything. I was pleased with everything except for, like I said, the mascara and the eyeshadow palette. Everything else was great. I am happy with it. So I say this is a very successful haul, affordable haul. I love saving money on makeup. So anytime I can save money or save you guys money, I'm all for it. And like I said, I think a lot of Essence stuff is on sale right now. So if you're interested in any of this, you might want to check it out. Definitely based upon my experience with Ulta, I recommend picking it up in store if you can, or maybe ordering it from Essence directly. I'm not sure. I might try that in the future because there's a lot of stuff that my Ulta doesn't have in store that they have online, which is unfortunate. So maybe in the future when they come out with new stuff, I'll order it directly from Essence and see how that works out for me. But yeah, I think that completes this. Get ready with me, full face of Essence makeup. But with all that being said, I guess thank you so much for watching. I do hope that you will consider subscribing because I do have lots more videos coming up. I plan to post hopefully about 3 days a week, maybe more, but my goal right now is 3 days a week. I'm trying to pick it back up now that my work is slowed down and we're in the summer. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you are having a great day or evening wherever you are in this world. I hope that you are staying safe. I hope that you're staying healthy, and I look forward to talking to you again soon. Bye!